checking out from the hotel. Today is day 2 of this beautiful day in Washington, D.C. And my next stop before I go home to Philadelphia is the Arlington Memorial Cemetery.
Hi, I'm Roy Aaron Espiritu and welcome to my channel, The Gratitude Express. This is my parking right in front of the hotel. Because preferred parking in the hotel is rather expensive and I got lucky here. Anyway, it's pretty late. I came out late. It's now 11 a.m. Ow. It's now hot as you can imagine. Oh, shoot. But then again, I was thinking to myself, I'm on vacation. Why force myself out of bed when I'm so comfortable? I'm here at the hallowed grounds of the Arlington National Cemetery, which is the nation's most sacred shrine. Buried here are the heroes of this nation who have sacrificed their lives for the freedom and independence that we all enjoy today. There is a sense of peace and calm as I walk by and pass by the resting place of these individuals, of these souls who have died in World War I, World War II, and all the other wars that this nation has led them to. I mean, apparently. And this, you see that? You feel? They're agreeing with me. I can feel the peace and I can meditate actually. Whew, that is so soothing in this heat. And that's a very calming presence. Thank you so much for agreeing with me and for having made peace with the fact that you've died. Not in vain, but in peace. Thank you. Yes. And in honor of that, I'm gonna meditate for a few minutes here in the hallowed grounds of the Arlington. Wait, I'm gonna sneeze. They're playing with me. I'm gonna meditate for a few minutes right here in memory and in honor of those who have sacrificed their lives for our freedom. That's my mantra. And in response, I think they're providing me with the fresh air, which is good. At least we're having an interaction here.
center, who recommended that I go here at the terrace where I can see the view of the cemetery and a view of the Washington Monument. Let's go check it out if it's true. Wow.
This is the terrace, and I'm in the shaded place, obviously because it's too hot right now. And also to give me a little bit of reprieve from the sweltering heat. And as you can see in the background, where is it? Right there, I'm pointing at it, is the Washington Monument that we seen yesterday. And then also, in the background is the Arlington Cemetery. And you can see from here, there's a grand road leading up to, I think, going on to the city of Washington D.C. Well, all the way to the White House or to Congress, which is my next stop from here. Okay. For now, let's go enjoy a little bit of more of the cemetery, going around here and there. So this gravesite, buried in it is the wife of President Abraham Lincoln, that's Mary Lincoln, and also President Lincoln's eldest son, Robert Todd Lincoln, who was his eldest son and who was the only one who survived to adulthood, and also served as in government positions like a Secretary of War. I'm now ready or headed to President Kennedy's gravesite. Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
Do you know where Kennedy's?
Oh, Kennedy's, you can't. See this little pathway?
Okay.
Kennedy is right on the other side of this bush.
Oh, okay.
And there's like a big eternal flame that gets 10 times bigger than all this.
Okay.
Yeah, just right there.
Thank you. Thank you. Not here. But you've seen Ruth Ginsburg's gravesite. Ruth Ginsburg recently passed away. She was a Supreme Court justice.
Ma'am, please don't lean on the wall. Don't lean on the wall. Thank you.
Okay. So on these walls are scripts of President Kennedy's inaugural address. And one thing that really caught my attention, I mean, all of these are famous lines of his inaugural address, but this one really caught my attention, and I quote, "In the long history of the world, only a few have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink on this responsibility. I welcome it." And there's another famous line over here. "And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, asks not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man." Oh, that is a very famous line. It's time for me to leave. I've been here for 3 hours, and that's just about it. I'm in front of the Capitol, US Capitol building right behind me. And in front of the US Capitol is the Capitol reflecting pool, which basically reflects the Capitol building from, I don't know, from there. I haven't seen it. But that behind it is the Washington Monument, which we've seen as well, which also has its own reflecting pool. Anyway, that's the US Capitol, the seat of real power in the United States. Oh, one more thing. That statue is General Grant, one of the influential generals during the Civil War. Okay, this concludes my second day of my trip to Washington DC, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I'm gonna do my quick gratitude list. I'm grateful for this opportunity to see the US Capitol from a different angle. I've been here before once, but I wasn't here right in front of the US Capitol, and I also haven't seen, oh my goodness, it's about to rain, but I'm gonna just zoom it. That's a beautiful sky, and there's also the monument right there, and I'm grateful to have this change of perspective. That with perspective we can see the beauty of life, of places like this, which right here, right now, it symbolizes like the vibrancy of what life is. You know, when life throws something at you, you make something of what is thrown onto you. I'm also grateful that there is a parking for me allotted right there. I'm using my sister's car. I'm grateful for my sister lending me her Honda Pilot, which has been pretty efficient. And also I'm grateful that I'm able to do this at the spur of the moment, that I'm embracing when opportunity knocks on my door, that I just go for it. That's one of the things that I've realized through my years of doing gratitude, of course. That I'm also grateful that my trip to Washington has been smooth, and I'm about to go back to Philadelphia to be with my family before I fly back to Los Angeles. I'm also grateful that I have the means to do this short notice trip. I'm grateful that I have been blessed with some financial rewards and some promises to enjoy trips like this for my personal, mental, and emotional health. I'm also grateful that today I've been given the opportunity to go visit the Arlington National Cemetery for the first time, and to feel the calmness and the presence of peace. I'm also grateful for my dear friend Underworld. It's his middle name, but nobody knows him by that except me. So I'm gonna name him. And for hanging out with me yesterday on my day first, and really being patient and being just a good friend. I'm also grateful that I may entertain moving here in Washington DC. Who knows if it's gonna happen, but I'm willing to entertain that idea. What happens if fate brings me here? There's nothing I can do about that. And lastly and finally, I'm grateful to have new experiences again for this episode and for my life in general, to look back to, and a lot of photos, a lot of pictures and videos. For now, reporting straight from the capital of the United States, Washington, D.C. This is Roy, Aaron, Espiritu, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this episode. I'm really grateful today. Thank you.